prayer meeting to the departed soul and for peace, harmony, and integrity of Manipur. So, first of all, I just want to, today we basically gather here for the peace, but I just want to highlight why we need to bring peace in the state. Manipur is a diverse state, intricately fabricated with 35 different ethnic groups. And these 35 different ethnic groups has their own complexities. But these 35 different ethnic groups, which is beautifully integrated and form the diverse state of Manipur, but our state is burning today. Why our state is burning today? This is the question we need to ponder upon. Who are responsible for this? To whom we are going to blame? And the question that strikes my mind is it the time to blame each other? Is it the time to ask who started first? I stand here representing Nupi of Manipur, Nimon of Manipur, not a cookie lady, not a Manipuri lady, not a Meitei lady, but a woman, a mother. And when I condemn all the violence that is taking place. I will condemn the burning of the innocents, the burning of the ambulance, the burning of a 9-year-old boy with his mother. But I will also condemn being a human being. I'm standing here not representing a Meitei woman, and not representing a Kuki woman, but as a human. I do not belong to Hindu. I do not belong to Sanamahi. I do not belong to any kind of religion, because I know religion divides. I stand here before you as a human. As a human, I condemn the killing of the innocents, the burning of the 9-year-old boy with the mother. But I also condemn the burning of a 90-year-old with her grandson in Soglo. If I condemn the burning of one community houses in Imphal Valley, I also condemn the burning of Meitei houses in the periphery. I also condemn the massacre of killing 9 innocent lives. When a sister called her brother, "Bhaiya, mujhe bachao," I have been surrounded by the militants. Then obviously ये तो सही बात है ना कि brother as a भाई, मैं अपने बहन को बचाने के लिए I will definitely go. And the innocent brother has been killed. This, when there is an action, there will be a reaction, and this holds true for physics. But this doesn't hold true for humanity. This is not the time to blame each other. किसने किया है, कहाँ से शुरू हुआ है? I stand before you today, wanted to send the message of peace. This is 25th century. We should not wage war amongst each other. If you have the difference, if we have the differences, obviously differences will be there because there are more than 35 small groups. We have, some kind of differences, disagreement, conflicts amongst our own family. Then obviously it will be there when there are 35 communities together, living together. That doesn't mean who the hell they are given the license to pick up the arms and kill the innocents. At the end of the day, who are suffering? The ones sitting in the metro cities, giving instruction to the village innocents to pick up the arms for their vested interest. I am one of the privileged, standing or living in the metro. But because of my vested interest, I cannot send the civilian or the innocent young boys and young girls. And why the mothers are not sleeping for months to safeguard the houses or to safeguard the community? Whose job is this? So I would not take much time. I just, as a peace messenger, I just wanted to send one message each to three major stakeholders of what is happening in Manipur today. Number one, the CSOs and the religious leaders. Very loud and clear to you all. This is not a religious fight. The Meitei Christian churches were burned. I do not want to name where it is burned. It was burned in the epicenter of the violence. The Meitei churches were burned down by the militants, not by the Meiteis. Please do not try to bring religions. This is a fight between the innocents and the militant group because of the vested interests. And my message to you all, the CSOs and the religious leaders, instead of taking sides and trying to bring into religious angle, come forward and spread your hand for peace to the society because the innocent lives are suffering. My next message and one of the most important stakeholder of this violence is the people's representatives of Manipur. And I think some of them must be here, and if you here, I just want to give you the meaning of people's representative. Do you know the meaning? It is because of your inabilities to control the situation on time. शर्म आना चाहिए तुम लोगों को. What the hell you people are sitting over there? There is a saying, if there is a thing to learn from the enemy, you learn from the enemy. My Meitei representative, please learn from your enemy. This is not the time to politicize. And I think I'm very clear and loud to you what I wanted to say on it. And lastly, the government of India. Manipur might be very insignificant to you because we have only two members of parliament in the parliament. Very insignificant state, a very small state at the corner of India. But don't forget that it is the birthplace of polo. Don't forget that it is the powerhouse of sports. I just want to remind you one thing. A sports person, to be precise, a young boxers of Manipur, they represent the state presently in Sikkim, where their houses were burned down, turned into ashes, but they went to represent the state from the relief camp. They missed out the practice. Still, they are flying high. So please do not remember only when a sport person bring medals and cheer. Your small pat on our face will warm us. So today, taking this opportunity, I would like to take the opportunity and ask the government of India. It has been almost 2 months, to be precise. Today is the 54th day of the violence. And Mr. Prime Minister Ji, your silence, your long silence, hurts the sentiments of lakhs of people of Manipur. But अपना नालायक बच्चे समझकर, if you give a pat on us, we would be, very happy. Please intervene immediately and stop the violence. There is always an end to a beginning. An eye for an eye for an eye makes the world blind. Announce ceasefire immediately and take stringent action for those who break the rules of the ceasefire. Please arrest all those who block the national highways. They are playing with the lives of the people. The Supreme Court direction doesn't allow to block the national highways. These are our lifelines. Some people are playing with it. मुझे एक 3 लाख का बुलेट चाहिए, उसके पैसे नहीं है तो नेशनल हाईवे ब्लॉक कर दो, पैसा ले लो सारे सबसे. This is the way it is happening in Manipur since the last 20 decades. That is why I ask the government of India to take all these, appropriate action for all these things and intervene immediately and announce ceasefire. And at last, not the least, yes, I would like to extend my peace to both the communities. At the end of the day, it is the civilian, it is the innocent lives, the properties of the innocents and add to the miseries. Nothing will. When we look up at the history of war, no side wins war except adding to the miseries and loss of properties and life. So, by saying said, I just want to end my speech. May the peace prevail in our state. Jai Hind! हिमालय बांग्ला यहीं पर है।
प्यार है, एक दूसरे के साथ रहता है। मैं खुद बनी हूँ, मैं चूरसानपुर तक जगह है, उसी में ईपी सेंटर जो हमारा प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, उसी जगह में मैं बनी हूँ। और मेरा माँ, मेरा बाप, सब उन लोगों का बचपन का दोस्त सब कुकी के साथ मैं बनी हूँ, कुकी एक माता के साथ। ऐसे में आप कैसे सोच सकती है? हम दुश्मन कैसे हो सकते हैं कुकी और मैते? और इसलिए तो ये लोग जो बाहर से आया बर्मा से, ये हमारा मैते लोगों को मारने के लिए पीछे पड़ा है, क्योंकि ये लोग बिल्कुल प्यार नहीं है हमारा मणिपुर का, मैते बाग का, हमारा मदरलैंड। ये बोला है हमारा मदरलैंड मणिपुर से प्यार नहीं है, इसलिए ये टुकड़ा टुकड़ा करने के पीछे पड़ा है। हमको अलग स्टेट चाहिए, हमको अलग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चाहिए। तो इसके लिए हम लोगों को क्या करना पड़ेगा? हम कुकी लोगों जो पहले वाला से रह रही है, पुराना कुकी, वो लोगों के साथ बात करना पड़ेगा। वो पीछे भागेगा, आगे भागने दो, हम पीछे पीछे भागेंगे। इसको बोलेंगे तुम हमारा दोस्त है, चलो आओ हमारे साथ बात करो। तकलीफ क्या है तुम लोग? क्यों सुन रहे हो तुम? मैं मर के कुकी के साथ क्यों इन लोगों की मदद क्यों कर रहे हो? ये लोग आए, नया नया आया है, ये लोगों के दिल में कोई इंसान का प्यार नहीं है। इसीलिए हर कुकी, मैं अभी ये मन से मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ, कुकी भाई बहन लोगों को दुश्मन मत बनो। तुम्हारा भी पूरा एक जनरेशन खत्म हो जाएगा, एक दूसरे को मार मार कर मिट्टी का भी खत्म हो जाएगा। और कौन बचेगा? तुम्हारा भी नहीं बचेगा, हमारा भी नहीं बचेगा। क्या फायदा है फिर? कौन आएगा हमारे साथ रहने के लिए? तुम्हारे साथ रहने का कौन आएगा? म्यांमार से किसी को आने से आप बंद करो और मैते लोगों के साथ आगे आओ। हम लोग आगे आएंगे, बात करेंगे साथ में। मैते को शांति रखना है, मणिपुर को शांति चाहिए। बस जय हिंद इतना बोलेंगे। भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, बने